Now, Spicer's personal best is 212. So this is 4 kilograms above that.
Did well to stand with that, didn't he? Massive fight. Has he got the legs left? You can see his whole body trembling under the bar. Oh, trying to get the oxygen on board. The longer he leaves it, the harder it's going to be.
I think he's happy with his 211, his second attempt. That was a real hit and hope, 216. So 7th overall in the total, 381 kilograms. And indeed his 211 in the clean and jerk leaves him 7th at the moment in that. 10th in the snatch with 170.
Just taking way too long. All he was trying to do there was get his vision back, get rid of the blackness that he would have been seeing.
Yeah, he was counting stars in front of his eyes there for a moment.
That's hard.
Artus Plesniaks of Latvia going for 218. And this isn't enough to take him up into the top 3 in terms of total. He did a 172 snatch, which was a full 12 kilograms down on Haram now, who won that, and 10 kilograms down on Nanayev, who was 3rd in the snatch, so he's a long way away.
He knows how long he's got. Quick glance at the clock. Really solid. Might not take him into a medal position right now, but he's got one more attempt and he's clawing back some of that deficit from the snatch. 218, great lifting. Yeah, 219 being called. That's the automatic increase, 1 kilo.
I'm just looking at that again. That's 218 there, solid lift. His personal best, 222. He may well go for that on his next lift, maybe even 223, because he's very unlikely to be troubling for total medals now. Might as well go for a personal best and maybe a medal in the clean and jerk. Well, here's the current standings in the total. Snatch and clean and jerk added together. Nanayev by a kilogram ahead of Domanov. Aram now down in 3rd. Aram now had 1 kilo on Domanov and 2 on Nanayev from the snatch. So it's very close indeed, but Aram now has only 1 lift.
To say, come on then, match me.
Well, if he does this with ease, in some ways it'll be pretty disappointing, because we're maybe not going to get to see the very best of Andrei Aram now, who's a 236 man in the clean and jerk, former world record holder at his very best. But he's had his problems off the lifting platform. If he gets this, he'll go into the lead. He'll just have to wait and see. He's okay. Well, he's not okay, obviously. Just needs to undo that belt. It's just lack of oxygen to the brain. He'll be okay. Best staying in a lying down position. Just need to elevate the feet above his head to get the oxygen back. Yeah, if you've ever jumped out of a hot bath too quickly, that's the feeling, and it's not great if you've got 220 kilograms over your head. So really disappointing for Andrei Aram now, who has used all of his lifts up. He's 3rd overall in the total, 6th in the clean and jerk.
And this wasn't exactly a stunning return to competition he would have been hoping for. He had that as well.
Well, you know, we talked, the first lift that he missed, where he rushed it, stood up out of the clean straight into the jerk, and then it was failed because he didn't pause. Same problem here, didn't take very long at all between the clean and the jerk. That split second is important to take a couple of breaths of oxygen on board so that you can prepare for the jerk. He didn't do that, so he was basically holding his breath from start to finish, hence the lack of oxygen to the brain.
Domanov getting shouted at by the coaches. Is he getting pulled back down off the stage? Now you can see the loaders running back on.
Second attempt.
Well, Domanov, remember, posted a 2:25, and I said that might be a psychological game he's playing. He's now brought it down to 2:21.
Yeah, Plesniak has posted 2:24, and Nanayev 2:22 for his final lift. So Domanov will be well over 400 kilograms here in terms of total. We'll take him from second up into first if he gets this.
He has to work a bit harder than his first attempt. He needs to stand still. Are they going to pass that? There's movement in the elbow. No, he needs to stand still. The bar landed on the platform, so that should be okay. The question is elbows.
No lift, they're saying. Well, he's looking a little confused. What do you think the no lift's for?
Elbows. I think it was elbows. In his attempt to recover, the bar landed on the platform, so that was okay. Although it's rolled off now, don't worry about that. In my view, there was movement in the elbow. He's saying no, it was a solid lift. I think when you watch it back in slow-mo, we'll see really pushing hard to keep it overhead. That's good. There we are. His right elbow, 2 flexions, 3 flexions. You probably can't feel what's the difference between a flexion, extension, and just shaking. Wow. That's tough. That's really tough, and that's going to have taken so much out of him.
I'd love to know how long he was actually fighting with that for. 5, 6, 7 seconds. It went on a long time there. He's going to be exhausted coming out for his third and final attempt, and he's not going to have that long to recover.
No, 2 minutes, and that is no time at all. Well, I think he's under pressure here now. He might have to put his weight up.
He has done, because Naniev's coming out at 2:22, so he's put it up a kilogram. Naniev, remember, is leading overall on 3.98. Domanov was on 3.97. He'd have jumped all the way up to 4.04 had he hit that. This will take up Nanayev up to 4.04 as well, which will really put the pressure on Domanov.
Just 2 different chains of thought here. A couple of the lifters are playing it safe and taking steady increases, and then we've got a couple of lifters that are taking big jumps between first and second and really putting themselves under pressure. Nanayev, however, is one of the lifters that has taken steady jumps. He now finds himself in gold medal position. It's some solid lifting.
European youth, European junior. Is he going to be European senior champion now? That was magnificent lifting there. 222 kilograms, successful to go to 4.04 in the total. He got third in the snatch. Looks like he may well win the overall title now, but Domanov has a reply. So too Michalski and Plesniak, but they're just too far away, unless they were going to do something unearthly in their final lift to take the total. So it's really down to this man as to which Russian gets the overall European title. Domanov going for 222. We saw that fabulous battle moments ago on 221, which he got 1 white light and 2 reds.
And what's harder than following yourself and only having 2 minutes is having 1 lifter between you and your next attempt. That means you get less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, a lifter who's 9 years your junior and your compatriot. So this really for everything right here. Well done.
Needs to stand first time. No messing this time.
Well, I didn't hear the down signal, but he's got it. It's a good lift. You can hear the MC. 2-2-2. That is particularly impressive, seeing as what just happened moments ago with that massive battle at 2-2-1.
It just shows how fit these weightlifters are. While we might not be able to run long distances, the heart rate would have gone sky high on both of these attempts, and he's had less than 2 minutes to try and bring that down, to compose himself, to go out and execute.
Well, what is important is favourite for this category, the Olympic champion from 08. He's on a 396 total. If Plesniaks were to get this, he'd go to 396, and by virtue of body weight, well, the great Andrei Aramnau would be bumped off the podium at the European Championships. That would be a huge surprise.
Let's put this in perspective. Plesniaks has been successful already with 2:18 on his second attempt. Personal best of 2:22. This is now an attempt at 2:24 for that bronze medal.
Just didn't have the power in the end.
Well, more leg strength needed. Back to the squats.
So Aram now is saved the shame of being bumped off the podium, but Michalski could still do it. He's called for 2:25, having hit 2:11 and 2:15 in his first two clean and jerks, and he too could bump Aram now off the overall total podium. So if he gets this, it'll take him up to 3:98. He actually only needed 2:24 to do it, to go ahead of Aram now. This is massive. Michalski's personal best, 2:21, so way above his PB. He did look very good at 2:11 and 2:15. This is it. This is the final lift of the competition. They'll take him from fourth to first in the clean and jerk, and up onto the podium in the total, in the bronze overall.
Oh, just collapsed at the bottom. Does well to stand with that. Oh, he's wobbling all over the place.
Well, if it was a couple of kilograms lighter, he may well have done it. In fact, he only needed, he went for 2:25. He only needed 2:24 to have gone ahead of Aram now. And in the end, the clean and jerk is won with 2:22 by Naniev. So if he'd have come in at 2:23, well, a lot of could have been, should have been, but he went for 2:25, 10 kilograms more than his second attempt. And in the end, he has to settle for fourth place in the clean and jerk. Michalski, fifth in the overall. So we know the positions, and Andrei Aram now there is third in the overall. The world record holder in the snatch and total, Timur Naniev, in the clean and jerk takes the win with 3 out of 3, 2:22 by virtue of body weight, 2 grams lighter than Andrei Domanov. Russia 1-2 in the clean and jerk, with Plesniaks of Latvia on 2:18 to take the bronze. While 2 men bombed in the end, the Lithuanian from the B group and Klepatsky from the A, 2:10 and 2:12s he missed. Let's have a look back at what we saw just a few moments ago. 222 kilograms. This was the winning clean and jerk.
I think we see here the making of a new Russian legend. Many years to come, hopefully. And this is the start of his career.
Yes, indeed. And Damanov there waving to the camera. He's the overall winner, the total winner, 405 kilograms. He equaled Nanayev in the clean and jerk, but 1 kilogram more in the snatch. He needed it as well, as he was the heavier man just